Hello, this is Dr. Animesh Chaturvedi. I'm going to present my work on call graph evolution analytics over a version series of an evolving software system, which is published and accepted on 37th IEEE ACM International Conference on Automated Software Engineering ASA 2022. I'm working currently as assistant professor at Indian Institute of Information Technology, that is IIIT, and I was selected as 200 young researcher at Heidelberg Laureate Forum. I did my postdoc from King's College London and the Alan Turing Institute. My PhD is from IIT Indore, MTech from IIIT Jabalpur. Abstract view that there's a call graph evolution analytics objective that we want to achieve. We want to extract information from the set of evolving call graph like CG1, CG2, CGN. Basically, they are representing a version series, version 1, version 2, version N of an evolving software system. Now, this call graph evolution rule is like something similar to association rule, which actually captures the co-occurrences of dependency in the system. Then call graph evolution subgraph is basically patterns in the call graph, and that captures some evolution dependency patterns in evolving call graph. Then in the maintenance phase, there's software repository that contains lots of information about dependency evolution. So we want to focus and concentrate on dependency repository like Maven and GitHub. What they contain? They contain jars, API, and libraries. So there's a growth in software. Means software is growing in terms of number of repository, in terms of size of repository, and this is making dependency repository mining a challenging task. Then the existing techniques are basically commonly dealing with single software version. Now the call graph that we want to study contains procedure call information in the form of directed graph, in which nodes basically represent procedures and directed edges represent dependencies from caller to callee procedure. Than earlier call graph analysis, there are many techniques and they are proven helpful for many software engineering applications. Now, this evolution of procedure call we want to exploit and understand using change mining and evolution mining techniques. So, this call graph analytics is basically we want to understand evolution of procedures in the certain patterns in the dependency, and these dependency whether they got affected and whether these procedure call needs help or not. This type of study we want to do. So we'll come directly to the approach call graph evolution analytics. So basically, call graph evolution analytics could also be said as call graph evolution mining, which can uncover or discover interesting and useful information. At fine grained level, we will study rule mining that actually retrieves some co-occurrences of dependency in the graph as well as stable rules for studying a version series. Then at the cross grained level, we'll study the subgraph mining, and that will actually discover some structural pattern of dependency, and then we will aggregate the frequency of these patterns over the version series. Thereafter, what is the overall objective? Overall objective is software evolution analytics that can be supported by generating and comparing some information about call graph, which is evolving, and evolution call graph we can directly say. And how we can get it? We can apply evolution mining over the multiple call graphs that are representing multiple versions of a software repository. So what we came up narrow down to call graph evolution analytics we can do, so that it can provide some software evolution information. We want to build some tool which can support and manage evolution of dependency, and that can help and assist some software engineer while maintaining a software system. Then what is research question? Research question is like there is a existing layman's law of software evolution. How our result of software evolution is corresponding or equivalent or not equivalent to layman's law. So this specific call graph evolution rules. In this call graph evolution rule for a version, we create a procedure And module membership means this procedure belongs to this module, this procedure belongs to this module, and this is caller, this is callee. This type of information will create, and that will create a call graph, and that these call graphs basically create call graph databases, and these call graph databases will actually be used for rule mining with the minimum support and minimum confidence to retrieve collection of call graph rules. So version 1, version VI is being pre-processed to create a database, and rule mining is being applied to generate call graph rules. So X implies Y basically means procedures of set X appears, most probably procedure of set Y will also appear, likely to appear with given support and confidence that is above minimum support and confidence. Similarly, we can say presence of caller procedure X implies presence of callee procedure in Y with sufficient high frequency. And what CGR call graph rule is having support and confidence, which is above the given threshold, and they are said to be interesting in version I, and that could be derived from a call graph of a version, that we select distinct call graph rules in the form of call graph evolution rule, and these collection of distinct rules are being used to create call graph evolution rules, CGERs, and the counting, that how many number of states or version in which this call graph rules are occurring. So this counting basically gives us stability of version, and this count is basically of CGRs are basically stability, and this stability is basically if count of version in which the CGR appears. So CGR should be interesting as well in the multiple state in which it is occurring. So for being interesting, it has support and confidence should be greater than min sub and min conf. Then earlier we defined minimum stability min step, which was being published in 3435, that is on IEEE transaction computational intelligence, and ninth data science and advanced analytic conference. Then stable CGR basically said to be stable if it has support and confidence greater than min sub and min conf, and CGR is said to be stable if it has stability greater than minimum stability, and this means overall CGR is stable if it has support, confidence, and stability above minimum support, minimum confidence, and minimum stability. So for a given evolving software repository, we can collect these jars, make n versions, series of n versions, and that will create series of n call graphs that could create the n databases that will go for the mining, and that mining will generate CGERs, evolution rules, and which has stability above min step is said to be stable CGERs. Then stable CGR mining over the version series, it can also be referred as call graph prediction rule or call graph temporal rule, call graph episode rule. In general form, if certain dependencies occurring, then another dependency is likely to occurring in a module. What is relationship between these three type of rule? It is like subset relationship. Stable CGRs are the subset of CGRs. So CGR is the larger set. Then call graph evolution subgraph. So for a version VI, we can do the pre-processing to generate call graph, and thereafter we can apply call graph mining to generate call graph information. Like a call graph is the input for the subgraph mining, and that will retrieve subgraph pattern and subgraph pattern along with its frequencies. Then we apply this subgraph mining to each of the call graph in n different versions. So we can got various graphlet information for all the versions of software. Then what does it mean? It basically graphlet information has call graph evolution, subgraph information, with their frequencies. Then basically the subgraph is having two types, like call graph evolution graphlets, call graph evolution motifs. So these are the two different set of subgraphs which could be retrieved. Then call graph evolution graphlet information is like subgraph and along with their frequency. This will help to calculate call graph complexity for a single version and overall complexity for evolving call graph complexity. And this is like KDD steps for discovery, like evolving call graph, evolving software is being used to select n different jars or executable, and versions would be created and then pre-processed to generate call graph, and then call graph would result into call graph evolution information, and this would be aggregated. This all information is aggregated to generate what type of information? CGEGs here, CGEMs, and n call graph complexity for n different versions. And if you use weighted arithmetic mean of this frequency and this cyclomatic complexity, we can get evolving call graph complexity, ECG, which is a kind of knowledge. Then basically it discover hidden dependency evolution patterns, and this frequency of graphlet is meaningful because it can help us to calculate complexity of our call graph. Then evolving call graph analytics, that experimental part will come. So we did experiment on 10 large evolving software like this Codec, Guava, JMeter, Judah, and they have various version series. These are the version series, and thereafter number of procedures are there like 162 to 1281, and average number of neighbor of each procedure. So they are connect. Each procedure is connected around 1.99 procedure. Guava is connect. Each procedure is connected with 2.47, and so on. Then this we for each evolving software we have made a series of evolving call graph, and then we applied stable call graph rule, evolution rule mining, and subgraph mining to retrieve the all the artifact that we have discussed. Out of these 10 evolving software, we are discussing only for the Maven core. We retrieve 16 stable CGRs like these, and we out of many significant evolution graphlet, we retrieve statistically significant evolution motifs like this M189, M0, M179. Then what is comparison between CGR and stable CGR? Why it is useful? In the 9 experiment for minimum support, minimum confidence, and minimum stability, different values, we have generated different set of rules, which most of them are common. Then we found that in testing CGRs are being generated and stable CGRs are being generated. And we found that stable CGR are much fewer as compared to the CGRs. Like the count comparison is being given. Then basically transitive and lattice information. For the stable CGR, we generated transitive and lattice information, which gives us relationship between procedure of the Maven core. So this first graph is basically transitivity, and second information is basically lattice. So these are giving relationship between various procedures. Then frequencies of the CG graph, evolution graphlets is basically retrieved for Maven core. A version series of 9 versions are there. So this is a version series, 9 versions, and various frequencies are there, various CGs are there. Then these frequency are being studied to used to study complexity. So this frequency along with cyclomatic complexity of that particular graphlet is being used to derive varying complexity of each call graph, like in the blue one, for varying time series for each version. So each version have its call graph and that has its own complexity. Then we can also generate aggregated complexity, which is like a constant line, and this orange one over the multiple versions. So this would actually result in 2 different type of complexity and would be helpful. Then the inference is like recurring subgraph patterns with low complexity occurs in high percentage over the version series. For example, these patterns like M198, M0, M178, they have complexity of 1. So this has complexity of 1. So all these M198 and so on, they have complexity of 1. How much they occur? They occur very high. The low complexity graphlets are occurring with high frequency, like these three lines that we can see: blue one, this orange one, and green one. So G198, G0, G178 are the most frequently occurring for the all the version. Then second inference is like changes are happening to the evolving software leads to several versions. Then dependency patterns also evolve with the time, that will help to generate evolution information. If we aggregate the information of each state or version over a version series, we can get the evolution information for the whole centralized repository. Then this evolution information is basically helpful to manage and track the evolution happening in the version series of evolving software. So what is research question? Answer to the research question, that is Layman's law, how our result is compatible with Layman's soft evolution law, which is published in 1980s. So we found two similar inferences, like evolving software undergoes continuous upgradation for better version. And we also found that stability of an evolving software remains constant with time. But we found that one dissimilar inference, that complexity of an evolving system keeps on changing with time, but not necessarily increasing. Means the complexity of an evolving software may be decreasing also, means fluctuating with the time. Why it is this? Because for better software repository managements are available nowadays, like Maven, GitHub, and these are available. So the better software repository management is available as compared to the era of Layman's law when was introduced. Then conclusion, we did a study for 10 evolving software system, discussed detailed Maven, and we are looking to publish detailed approach of stable CGR mining and CGS mining with intrinsic detail, and we'll demonstrate details of 10 evolving software system. And we had already published, I have already published system evolution analytics over Hadoop distributed repository, and cloud service evolution analytics also been published, which is similar to this work. So the citation of this work is like this, and these are the like rule mining evolution rules and subgraph is being generated for Hadoop SDFS, published on IEEE transaction, DSA, IEEE transaction, SMC conference, and system neural network is also being generated for SDFS library repositories in published at SMC, ICDM workshop, systems journal, transaction on AI, and the service evolution analytics been worked a lot, and I have published on transaction engineering management, transaction service computing, IEEE Cloud on 2 papers. So thanks. I want to acknowledge my supervisors, Professor Aruna Tiwari, Professor Dave Binkley, Professor Nicholas Spartus, at from three different countries. They guided me to get better research understanding. Thanks a lot, all of you, for listening to the talk. And if there is any query, please do email me. Thanks. Bye.